Hello, this is Yoga with Julie Coluccio. I'm here to give you some tips on fine-tuning your yoga practice. Today we will be discussing tree pose, Vrksasana. It's a standing balancing pose, right? And I'm going to be talking about working from the ground up. Mother Earth is our stability. So finding the stability in the feet and then moving from that grounded place, find expansion in the upper part of the body. So let's just look at the feet. Lift and spread the toes. Notice when you lift the toes, the base of the big toe, the mound of the big toe, which we call that the brain of the foot, is your anchor. You're also anchoring through the pinky side edge of the foot and the heel. So as you notice as you lift the toes, that you really press down through the mound of the big toe. And that allows you to have more stability. As you push that mound of the big toe down, you can radiate upward. Also maybe go wider with the base, and then we'll start transferring the weight into the left foot and float the right foot up. And you're externally rotating that aerial leg. So this aerial thigh, this externally rotating the right femur in the hip socket. Some of you, if you need more stability, you might want to rest that right heel up against the left upper thigh and rest the toes on the earth, right? Other variation with that right foot is you can manually place that right heel right up against the upper left thigh, right? Start pointing the knee downward. Another helpful tool is you want to firm this outer left hip in. This is the abductor muscles, the gluteus medius, the gluteus minimus, and the piriformis. You want to hug it into the midline of the body, which is your power, right? That's the second place you can place your foot. Those of you who want to explore half lotus, I would lift the right knee up. Draw the right heel towards the sit bone. You're externally rotating from the femur, not the knee, right? So you get more mobility rotating from the hip socket. And then you place the pinky side edge of that right foot right into the left pelvic crease. You want to get it right into the crease. The bottom of the foot faces upward. Notice how I'm gently drawing my knee towards the floor, right? So that's 3 different places you can place the feet. Let me review that. You can place the foot to the floor if you need more stability, resting the heel against the opposite leg. You can place that right heel up against the left upper thigh, firming the outer hip in. Second place. The third is that half lotus. You want to draw the heel in towards the sit bone. You want to externally rotate from the femur. You have more mobility and rotation from the hip joint, pressing the pinky side edge of the foot right into the pelvic crease, right? And then gently draw the knee towards the floor. In half lotus, if you need more support, you can bring the right hand behind the back, rest it on the bicep, right? Or if that foot stays in place, you can place the hands to heart center. So those are the places where you can place your feet. I want to talk a little bit about the hips, right? I was talking about the outer hip abductor muscles. You want to firm them in. Let me use the other foot. So you're going to transfer the weight into the right foot, float the left leg up. Let's spin it to the side. I'm going to manually place that left heel on the right upper thigh. I'm going to start gently pointing my knee downward. Why am I pointing my knee downward? Because these frontal hip bones, as you externally rotate that aerial thigh, this frontal hip bone is going to kind of rise up. You want to resist the urge. You want to align the left frontal hip bone with the right frontal hip bone. They're equal distant to the floor so that this side doesn't get squished, right? We're always looking for symmetry in the body. Also reminding you, firming the outer right hip in. You can actually see me do that. Pushing, using my abductor muscles, right? The gluteus medius, the gluteus minimus, the piriformis, to hug into the body, to hug into the core. I'm also going to talk about, as I'm rooting the right foot down, lift the chest up. I always say Lift the breastbone away from the navel, roll the shoulders back. Then you can expand outward with the arms, right? You can have goalpost arms, you can take a bind behind the back. Any variations, hands could come together, interlacing. The biggest thing is a lot of people scrunch the shoulders next to the ears. We do that all day. So you want to try to soften. Sometimes spinning the pinky fingers towards the face. As you can see, as I do that, it rolls the shoulders further away from the ears, and that's what you want. You want to find the lightness and the softness within the posture. So think about this. As you're rooting through the foundational foot, I always say root to rise. As something's grounding down and connecting to Mother Earth, that's your sense of stability. Something is pulling up towards the heavens. That's creating length in the body, but it also creates balance. Those opposing energy lines, something's pushing down, something's pulling up, creates balance. So I'm going to demonstrate that just again. And transferring the weight into the left foot, float the right leg up, see how you feel. Spin the knee to the side. You're externally rotating from the femur. I'll manually place it up into that upper thigh. Drop the knee as much as you can. Firm the outer left hip in. Begin to lift the chest up. Lift the sternum away from the navel. Collarbone spread further apart. Shoulders roll back. Then any variation with the arms. If you notice you're scrunching the shoulders next to the ears, try to find that softness, right? Maybe spin the pinky fingers towards the face, right? Grounding that left foot down, but rising up. Root to rise. Something's grounding. That's the stability. Something's pulling up to the heavens, creating that balance, that harmony in the body, right? Creating that freedom. Spin the knee forward and slowly release. I hope this was helpful.